first time in 5 years, we're having a playoff game on our field, 3:30 NRG Stadium against the Browns. It sold out officially yesterday. Make sure you go to their website so you can find out everything you know to go there, because clear bag policies in check.
Yep.
Find out how early you can go. Usually the stadium opens 90 minutes before kickoff. I don't know if they've changed that differently because there's going to be a lot of activities around there. There's going to be a lot of different traffic routes you want to take around there. If you're not going to the game, you're wondering, why am I stuck in traffic? Well, because everybody else is trying to go to the game. 70,000 people are trying to go to that game. So let's go Texans, 3:30 on Saturday. We're going to watch it on NBC.
We still have a chance for a Texans-Cowboys Super Bowl.
Oh, my God, that will be done.
Somehow it's going to happen.
And our favorite original Houston Texan, Chester Pitts, will be joining us after 8 o'clock. We always have so much fun when he's in studio. And we'll try and stick to some football talk this time.
It's usually everything but.
I know. We always have so much fun with him. We're like, oh, we forgot to talk about football. No, we're talking about football this time. So after 8 o'clock, we'll be talking to Chester Pitts. Go Texans, go Texans, go Texans.
104.1 KRBE.
Did you know the 3-digit extension is the... All right, let's hit it.
Now time for Roula and Ryan's prank call.
All right, Special K, what's this all about this morning?
Well, if you would like to get on a prank call, I have reached the bottom of the stack. We are now reopened for emails.
Oh, okay.
Please, we're looking to set up your friends and family. It's very easy to do it. You just go to krbe.com/prank call requests with an S, or you can just hit me up at Radio Special K, and I will forward you to that. Now, today, Simone is on the line to tell us, who are we pranking?
Okay, today we are pranking my mom.
And how do you want to do that?
She has 2 really loud and obnoxious dogs. They're always barking, and we kind of joke that they're out of control. And then I also have a grandmother who notoriously drives really slow, so maybe we can joke that she's been speeding in the neighborhood. And my mom also has about 5 cats, so if we can maybe say something about like a cat hoarding situation.
Oh.
All right. Does her neighborhood have a homeowners association?
They do, but my stepdad is on the board. But they do have a cop who patrols around the neighborhood.
Ooh.
So maybe somebody gave in a call about all the situations to them.
Okay. I could be the neighborhood patrol then.
Petrol.
Petrol here.
Petrol is gas in other countries.
Okay. Yes, it is.
Petrol.
That's too many letters and syllables.
Petrol,
Gas,
petrol.
So this is a really lighthearted and fun one. This catastrophe we got going on here in the neighborhood here on the Roula and Ryan Show. Let's give her a call.
Yeah.
Good morning, Ms. This is Richard Hunt from the Patrol.
Okay.
I patrol the neighborhood and such.
Uh-huh.
I'm so sorry to interrupt you this morning. I'm calling regarding, unfortunately, a litany of complaints from neighbors.
About?
Ma'am, are you happen to be running a obedience class in your yard with the dogs? It's Richard Hunt. I'm calling from the Patrol. What had happened was we can hear them dogs, clear across the neighborhood, almost past Pasadena, and yes.
Hey, we don't have outdoor dogs. The neighbor behind me has 3 dogs in his backyard, and the people behind us have 3 dogs in their backyard.
But, ma'am, you have dogs yourself, right? And we can hear them.
I don't know who you are. We have 2 dogs, and they're indoor dogs.
Sir, and, ma'am, let me tell you what else here. It says you've hit your cat limit here for the neighborhood.
Okay, I don't know who you are, and I'm going to call the HOA and ask them who you are.
Okay, you don't need to get sassy-eyed and start threatening. Now, listen, the cats are giving drivers side-eye, and I fear they may eventually escape, ransack the neighborhood, and that would be a catastrophe.
Okay, let me...
But hold on, ma'am. Are you drive the white SUV? I think I was driving behind you the other day.
No, I have a red Lexus.
Whoever drives the white SUV going to your house is going about 2 miles per hour, and I'll tell you, Mr. Chaseman passed y'all up on his rascal and his walker going so slow.
Now, I have an 86-year-old mother that lives in that drives very slow and comes over to my house every day for lunch.
Maybe she could step on it a little bit. I got things to do.
Are you complaining about my mother's driving now?
I thought it was you, perhaps. Someone's...
My husband says my 86-year-old mother is the driver. We should probably take the keys away from her.
Ma'am, that was Mr. Chaseman.
That makes you happy?
Ma'am, he's the feller with the bad dye job and always got a story he'll never forget about his piles or something like that.
No, No, I don't know who that is.
Okay, he's got like a wig that he walks around with.
I have no idea who that is.
Okay, well, let's get back to the business here. Like I said, you've hit your cat limit.
Do you know who Darling is?
You're calling me a little darling?
No. Do you know who Darling is?
My darling Clementine? Is that the song you're trying to sing at me, ma'am?
He's on the HOA board.
Hoa?
And I'm going to give him a call and ask him if he knows who you are.
Okay, please call him right now. And he will attest to the dogs that you can hear out in Pasadena. And let me tell you, most of those folks are deaf out there. And I don't know if the dogs are missing a chromosome or inbred that y'all got.
What?
Oh, my God.
Ma'am, you're telling me you...
Why are you so insulting to me?
It's not about you. It's about the inbred dogs in the litany of cats. Ma'am, are you running a cat farm?
Cats,
What's that?
inbred cats, inbred dogs.
Yes, ma'am. Are they? I don't...
So you're saying inbred animals in my house?
Yes, ma'am. Well, you got so many of them, I don't know if they're copulating between each other, you know.
I don't know who you are.
The dogs are missing a chromosome because they're
Inbred.
And then what happened?
Well, since then, unfortunately, Grandma has fallen a bit ill.
Okay.
So now I've had some trouble catching up with them, but still, she did pick up the phone finally. I think things have been revealed, though, in the past 24 hours. Here we go. Bonnie, don't hang up. We spoke yesterday, and I want to apologize to you.
Okay.
It was all Simone's idea. I don't know if she broke it to you yet.
Yeah, I know. I told Simone she's been disinherited. And then I'm going to tell her, I'm just joking.
So obviously, I'm not the neighborhood patrol.
Right. I was figuring maybe you're a disgruntled neighbor. I don't know.
Now, do you actually have 5 cats?
Yes. But they're not, I feed 5 cats. Some of them are feral.
And I know that it wasn't you driving slow, but who was that?
My mom drives a white SUV, and she drives real slow. When we were growing up, we had a green Mercury Fury 3 Plymouth, and they called her the Turtle.
Oh, my gosh. Hilarious.
Well, I know that your mom is having a tough week, and we're sending her our thoughts, our prayers, our love. And thanks for having some fun with me on the prank call.
I think that was cute when you started singing My Darling Clementine.
My gosh, that's awesome. Oh, man, you are something
5
else.
cats. That's a lot.
Well,
Some of them are feral, though.
Yeah,
it's fine.
she just feeds them. Y'all go to krbe.com/prank call requests so you can get with Special K. You need to prank somebody that you work with, somebody you live with, somebody you love, or maybe you don't love so much.
Prank him again.
And prank them again.
That's the best when you prank somebody.
There
And
you
then,
go.
Again, or someone who got set up, then I turn it back on them, and they don't know that they're being rehabbed.
yeah, that's fun.
Ooh, I got you with a different voice. Okay, we got you. All right, here's what we want you to do next. We want you to call us and tell us about a weird or wacko first date you had with somebody. You're going to give us enough details to not give away the answer. Then we're going to guess. Did you guys agree to go out at least one more time?
Romance or no chance?
That's what we call it.
Usually
Romance
it's-
or no chance.
We make fun of it like, wow, that was a bad date. That guy
was a
sucks.
loser.
And then they're
We've
married.
They've been married for 10 years, 20 years.
Oh, wow, that was very odd. You must be a very good-looking man.
One more time.
Yeah, I mean, we're not asking you, did you marry him? Did you have a second date?
A lot of times that is the case, though.
Romance or no chance, 713-390-KRBE. Lindsay gives us the first story. Hi, Lindsay. Good morning.
Good morning. How y'all doing?
Awesome. Fantastic. Because it's Friday. Playoff football is the best weekend
We're
of the
feeling
year.
great. 3:30 tomorrow. The Texans are in the playoffs. The first time in 5 years. Yay, D'Amico Ryans, you did it! Yay, CJ Stroud, y'all did it! Okay, that's all I'm going to say about that. Let's hear about you. Lindsay, tell us about the date. Don't give us details that'll give away the answer. And we're going to guess if you decide to see this person at least one more time. Go.
Okay, so many years ago, I was just starting to online date. At the time, I was a news reporter, and so I didn't put what I did for a living because I just didn't want people to, date me because of that or not date me. Just,
Right.
I just thought I got to keep my privacy. So
Sure.
I didn't put what I did. I just put communications. And then, so, if I talked to somebody for a little while and then I'd say, okay, yeah, I'm a news reporter. And then, so so this happened with this one guy. We were talking for quite some time. He seemed amazing. And he was very, very nice. So I told him, what I did, and we kept talking. And then he did ask me out to a really nice, steak and seafood dinner. Mm-hmm. And so I was thinking, oh my gosh, this guy must be interested. He's not just saying, hey, let's go grab a drink. He's committing to several hours with me.
And some money.
So we meet him at the restaurant. I know. I was like, So we meet at the restaurant. The beginning goes really well. It's very charming, very nice. And then after we got the appetizer, he started telling me how much he hates the news. And so then it kept going and going and going. And it was so bad to the point where I thought, should I get up and leave? But I've never done that. I know. And I'm such a pushover. So I just stayed and smiled and bit my tongue. And so then, we're saying goodbye, and I'm kind of relieved. But then, he's like, well, I walked here. Would you mind giving me a ride to my place? And I asked him how close it was, and again, I'm a pushover, so I'm like, okay, I'll give him a ride. It was very nice in the car. I know, y'all.
Was it a long drive? Would you question why did he walk there, or was it just right across the street?
Half a mile.
Half a mile.
Not that far.
See, Roula would dump him right there if he walked. He'd smell like recess.
Oh yeah, I'd like, you smell like recess.
But he was dressed up. He was dressed up and everything too, really fancy. So anyway, so I, push over. I drove him in on the way home, to his half-mile down the road house. It was very, very nice. But then at the end, he was like, so I've got a hot tub. Do you want to come on in?
That's a move.
That's the move. I walked here. Give me a ride for a hot 80s. Tub. Okay, I don't think we need to hear any more. Let's guess.
Come join my hot tub.
Did Lindsay go out with him again? She almost wanted to walk out of the date because that's how terrible the conversation was about how much he hates the news, and that's her job.
By talking to her, I think she might be a pushover.
Well, she said it.
She said it a couple
But
times.
I'm thinking
she did the hot tub
I'm thinking
thing.
the hot tub thing is just, that was too much of a turnoff, so I say no.
Maybe the creepy factor and safety factor may have turned her off from that. Because she already
I don't know why.
want to walk
I feel like
out.
she went in the hot
I think
tub.
she's a pushover.
When she got in the hot tub?
Yes.
Because when she's talking, she's smiling.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm saying
she's smiling while she's talking, so I'm totally thrown on this
I'm saying
one.
second date for sure.
Okay. I'm the only one that says no.
Oh,
Kevin?
I say no.
All right, Kevin,
I wanted to say no also.
All right, 3 no's.
I'm saying she went in the hot tub.
Kevin, Roula, and Ryan say no.
That's how
I'm totally confused. I don't know, but that whole turn off of, hey, I hate your job so much, knowing that's what she does, that's to the point where she went to walk out of the date.
I know that would turn you off.
Here we go.
I just can't really You need somebody to go, I hate radio. I think radio stinks. You'd be like, oh, okay, well, see you later.
That's my whole life.
That's my job. Okay, Lindsay, 3 yeses, 3 no's and 2 yeses. Did you have another date with this guy?
Yeah, absolutely not. I didn't actually ever talk to him ever again. I was like, how dare you? I literally told you what I did before. We talked for another week or two. And people have all sorts of stereotypes about everything. I'm a super nice, friendly person. And so just because you have a stereotype about one career doesn't mean anything.
Exactly.
So when he said I have a hot tub, what was your answer to him? Get the hell out of my car, you loser.
Or did you go in it? Did you go at least in the hot tub?
No, God, no. I didn't even get out of the car. I was like, I really got to go. I'm sorry.
I really got to go. Hey, Lindsay, are you still on the news?
I'm not. No, I was in Houston for a long time. But no.
What channel?
I'm in
What
travel.
network were you on?
I was on Fox. So, yep, I'm Lindsay Henry. I used to work for Fox, and I worked all around the country. But, yep, now I'm a travel blogger. Love it. It's so fun.
Well, let's follow you. What's your Instagram or what's your...
Yeah,
how do you find you?
It's Lindsay Henry 0711. So, yeah, y'all definitely have to follow me. I love listening to you guys every morning. You guys are great.
Oh, thanks,
Lindsay.
We'll Lindsey. Is that how you spell Lindsay or L-Y?
Yep, Lindsay, Lindsey, Henry, Henry, 0711.
All right, travel blogger Lindsay Henry, formerly from Fox. Thanks so much for listening to the show. That was a fun story.
Oh, thanks for all that y'all do. I love it.
Take care.
Thanks so much. Happy weekend. Take care. Bye-bye. Romance or no chance? Absolutely not.
Sometimes I have to ask you, why do all those reporters, when they're out there, they talk really authoritative and
well, they have to.
Well, what are they supposed to be, meek and timid?
Well, it doesn't seem real.
Hi.
No, just talk like a normal person.
There's a shooting behind me.
Yeah.
No, there is a shooting behind me right here, right now.
I'd be like, if I was there, I'd be like, holy crap, there's a shooting behind me.
I don't get paid enough for this ish. I'm out of here. I'd leave.
Well, let's see. Eric, here's the roulette wheel of people. Do we go with this one here? Or this one might be a little here.
I like the little one.
There we go.
Let's go
Line
to
4.
The 4 is the sticky line. Look, I've hit it 4 times. I can't get it turned on.
You'll click the play button up on your screen up on there.
Right?
Okay.
I like to go old school,
Amok
Kevin.
just gave
I
us
know.
thumbs up.
I like to
That's
I
touch
don't know
it.
why she won't.
Good.
It keeps her
click on
grounded, Kev.
I like to touch
Old
it.
school.
I like to touch it.
It's like it doesn't work. It doesn't, but
Really?
it does.
I
Click the
like
button.
to know that I touched it and then it turned on. That's what I like to know.
Save that audio.
Oh,
I am.
God.
All right,
Please.
yes,
There you
I'm
go.
timestamping it.
There's a clip.
Because
Beat
if I
Roula.
click it, it's different than
Oh,
touching
Kev
it.
wrote that down.
Roula.
He wrote it
Moving
down.
on.
He wrote it down.
I like to
it, it got
touch it
turned on.
and it got turned on.
Keep that too for Ryan.
Okay, Mallory, hi. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan show for Romance or No Chance. We can't wait to hear your story. And go.
Okay. I was in my 20s, so I was on Tinder. Found this really hot guy. So we matched, and we met up at a haunted house.
Oh,
I
that's
can't remember what one it was. I think it was like Phobia.
I hope it was around October.
Yeah. It gives you the opportunity to hold on to his arm when you're scared.
Oh, okay.
Right. So y'all drove there sepaatly to
Yes, we
Phobia
met
Haunted
up.
House.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice move.
Hot guy,
And-
Phobia Haunted House. Got the notes. Go.
Yeah, so it went well. So he was like, hey, do you want to go to this bar that's over here in the same area? I was like, sure. Hit it off there. Went well. He was like, you want to come back to my place? Well, I did. And then stuff happened. And so I have tattoos and he has tattoos. So we were telling each other about our tattoos. And I was looking at his chest and he had lightning bolts on his chest. And I was like, what are those for? And he was like, well, I went to prison. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, well, what does that have to do with your lightning bolts? He's like, well, to stay safe in prison, I had to join a gang. So I joined the white supremacist gang.
Oh, my God.
No.
Which gang?
So they
Hey,
were
you gave him your flower.
A white supremacist?
Yeah, you slept with
White
a Nazi.
supremacist gang.
But you got to survive, though. I mean,
Okay, yeah. Is that like the choice that he had? I don't know. Like, did he explain further?
Yeah, I don't know what all the choices were, but that's the one that he chose to go with.
I would have told him that. I'd say I had to join a gang.
Okay, so do we need to know
That's
anything
it.
else, or we're just
Nope,
going to guess
that's it.
now?
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, they've already gone all the way, and then you
Yeah.
find out unsavory things. That's kind of, you're like, darn it, I should have waited at least a couple more hours.
Oh, man. I'm going to have to
I
say...
was not expecting any of
No,
that.
no, the whole white supremacist thing, I did not see that
Or-
coming.
Is she white?
Mallory, I'm going to assume
Yes,
you're a
I'm
white
white.
woman. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe if she wasn't, then it'd change.
Mallory went on a date with a hot guy to a haunted house.
Oh, I
then
say
to
they
a
saw each
bar,
other again.
Then they,
When you're in the
decided-
haunted house, would you say that blood's not realistic?
No.
I kept her
seen-
down. I don't want her to spill any more details.
Okay. Gosh, I'm kind of torn on this because you would think that right away it turns you off and you're like, nope.
I
But
say
I feel like he told you like
That's a tough one.
I
he
didn't have
had
a
to do it
choice.
to survive.
If I didn't do it, they would have killed me.
Yeah, you got to join, right?
And I'm not with that. Like I don't believe in that, but I had to make them think I believed in that so I could survive. Like if he
Yeah.
did that, then she'd be like, "Oh, we're getting married." I don't know how to go on this, guys. How do y'all want to vote on this? I'm so torn.
I
Flip a
say
coin.
that she saw him again. They
I say
already
it-
they
yeah.
already knocked it out.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes, but they already knocked it out. They could have not seen each other anymore.
Right.
I think the prison thing, that's a sticking point for people. Even if you didn't
Yes.
join the gang, you're
Yes.
in prison.
No, she's going to be like, oh, no, he's all recovered.
He's a
now.
bad boy,
He's-
reformed.
Yeah,
Okay, so we'll say one. I'll say one more date. What are you saying, Eric?
I'm going to say no.
Okay,
Just go to
Kevin, what are you
prison.
saying?
I say definitely. I think they're still together now.
Yeah.
Sam, what are you saying?
I'm going to say no.
And Ryan, what are you saying?
Yes, they saw each
But
other.
it's
for
flip flop
sure.
like last time.
I
Say what
know. That means
Okay,
we
so
got
3
it wrong,
yeses
Eric.
Yep,
and
we're
2
screwed.
no's. Mallory, what is the answer? Did you see each other again?
No, I blocked and left.
Oh,
Smart woman.
yeah.
Oh man, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was torn on that one. I didn't know. Either you walk out.
Did you ghost him or did you at least tell him, hey, just not
Oh,
working
no,
out?
I straight ghosted him.
Oh, okay.
First off, the prison, I was like, oh, no.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because I have a kid, and I'm like, no.
Oh, okay.
And then he's like, white supremacy. I'm like, oh, heck no.
No.
Nope, block.
Yeah.
And did you?
no.
What did he go to
how did
jail
you make
for?
Hold on a second, Ryan. I want the exit strategy on that. You're like in the
Oh, no, I
pillow
did
talk
it very
moment,
nicely.
and you're just like, I have to go to the bathroom, and then you just leave, grab your
Was
Oh,
it
no,
at
no,
her-
no.
was it at his house?
I just like, yeah, I was at his house.
Yeah.
So we just kept talking, and I was being nice, and I was like, well, I have to go home now because I have to go pick up my kid in the morning, which I didn't. But I was like, I got to go pick him up in the morning. So I'll just call you tomorrow.
Did he ask you if you wanted some wine and then he pulled it out of the back of his toilet?
Did you ever find out what he went to prison for?
No, I didn't want to know.
Yeah.
The less information
It's like,
at
get
that
the
point.
heck out of here.
The whole being a Nazi thing, that was probably enough.
That's a weird bucket list. You did it with a
White
That's an
supremacist.
awesome bucket list to put out there.
That's a weird one.
Is it? Well, thanks for the story, Mallory. That was entertaining because, man, I did not know.
You're ever so welcome.
Thanks so much. Have a great day. Take
Hey,
care.
we're tied now.
Bye.
Oh, yeah, we got to do one more. We got to do one more.
Because we're
Susie's
tied.
next then to break
Okay.
the tie.
Each got one.
We each
Okay.
give ourselves points for bragging rights. Hi, Susie. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
Welcome
Let's
to
hear
Romance
it.
or No Chance. Tell us about a weird or wacko first date. We'll guess if you guys decide to see each other one more time. Let's hear it.
Well, we met online and talked for quite a while. And so we decided to meet for dinner. It was great. And we're just talking, about everything. And we were discussing marriages. And I've been, unfortunately, married a couple times. And I said, I'll never get divorced again. He goes, yes, I know, because I'm going to marry you and you'll never get rid of me.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's that could come across two ways, I guess. Really
Well,
romantic or really creepy.
Yeah, it's either like, oh.
But
how do you say
the
it?
phrasing, if he said,
Yes,
you'll
Brian, go
never
ahead.
you'll never get rid of me. That would be scary.
Okay, so we have to pick from that because that's
Yes.
all right.
Oh, I can hear the giggle in her voice. She's with him. They're married.
You'll
He
never
probably said
get
it nice.
divorced again.
Yeah, I would
'Cause
like
I'm
that if a
gonna
guy
marry
said
you.
that. I almost said kill you.
I was going to say, Sam,
What are we doing, prisoner guy?
Keep you forever.
you're mine, but you're my little
I feel like that's
cage.
because you would say that.
The date may be over, but you're staying with me forever.
Find you. Like
Wedding
in
Crashers.
Wedding Crashers.
How
You're
she
never
acts,
gonna
that's
leave me.
exactly me in real life.
Oh my God, Susie.
They're together.
I'm gonna guess.
They saw each other.
I say together.
Yeah, I'll go together.
Yeah, I think we all are. on
Unanimous, Susie.
see,
We
we're all
all
gonna get
think
points. Here
you
comes.
saw each other again. What's the answer?
Oh my God, no! He went bat crazy on me. It went stalker mode. He found out where I was working, and he was threatening to come to my work. Of course, I told him. I said, "Go ahead. I've been here for a long time. It's like my brothers, and they all carry. Come on over."
Wow.
And then my son at that time was a teenager, and he was in FFA. He goes, "Well, I know that your son is showing this weekend, and I'm going to be up at the barn, and
Oh, jeez.
all kinds of stuff like that." And it was like he would call me and leave messages. And why'd you call the police? They're at my door. Why'd you call them? And then he called back later. Oh, it's a neighbor. Never mind.
Oh my God.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my God. So how long did it
No.
take you to shake him? Like get him out of your life?
It was like almost 6 months worth of it. I had to go to the police, and I tried blocking, and then of course he'd call from different numbers. And
Oh my
I mean, I would have. It would be nothing to have 200 text messages and
Oh my
50
God.
messages on my phone a day.
So that's going to work?
Oh, this is clearly a very
Stable.
disturbed person. Yeah.
I have no idea what happened to him. It's like I've tried to block him from everything I had. It was
How long
it was
ago
crazy.
was this?
Oh, this was years. It was like 8-9 years ago.
Okay, good.
That's good. So you're all good.
Man, but
You're
6
clean.
months it took you to
Clear and free.
Yeah,
Turn
it was.
somebody's
It was.
stomach.
I mean, I slept with a shotgun next to my bed, along with my gun.
Man.
I mean,
grief, right? Because you
That's
had
scary.
to. Because you got broken into your house in the middle of the night. You had to protect
yeah.
yourself.
I mean, unfortunately, it's easy to find out where some people's information.
Yes, it is.
And yeah, he had quite a bit of information where I live and where I work, and
Man,
I mean, we
Hopefully-
discussed that my son was an FFA, so he knew that. But
That's frightening.
Well, I know the schedule. Yeah, it was very frightening.
God, I'm sorry you had to go through that, Susie. Good grief.
Makes
Thank
people
you
not want to
so
go
much
on
for your
dates.
Story. No kidding.
Wow.
Well, if
This
anything,
is
the
brought to
red
you by a
flag-
dating service. This
Yeah.
bit.
Susie's red flag lesson for today is that the guy says, you'll never get divorced again. Cause...
So I guess that's a red flag.
Yep, that's a red flag.
Okay, noted.
All right, Susie, you have a great weekend. Stay warm. Thank you so much for sharing that story. If you want to go to the listener line, guys, and tell us a story about a weird date, you can tell us the details, take a pause, and then reveal if y'all saw each other again or not. We can do it that way.
Yep.
Coming up next in Celebrity Scoop, we have all the information on how you're going to win money from KRBE next week. And the rodeo lineup was announced last night. We'll go through the dates and the artists next in Scoop on KRBE.
Movies, music, TV, and all things Hollywood
Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
on KRBE.
All right, before we get going on the Houston rodeo lineup that was revealed last night, let me just remind you that next Thursday at 7 a.m., we are starting something fantastic and new for you here on KRBE so you can win some money. It's called KRBE's Secret Sound. 5 times a day, we're going to tell you to be caller 104 and identify this secret sound. We're going to play the secret sound. If you get it right, you win the jackpot. Now, the jackpot on the first day, on the first sound, is $104. If we take caller 104 and that person cannot identify the sound, then we make it $208. If the next time we do the sound, that person doesn't do it, we add another $104. The jackpot will increase by $104 every single time there is a wrong guess, which means this could be worth a lot of money depending on the sound.
So you want to pay attention, listen throughout the day because
you hear the wrong
want to know
answers.
You want to know those wrong answers so you don't say them.
That's right. So here's how you're going to get a little step up on the contest. You need to go to krbe.com right now to sign up to be an insider and become a KRBE VIP, because insiders will get the exact times the sounds are going to play every day. And who knows? We might even send you a hint. So you go to krbe.com, sign up to be an insider, become a KRBE VIP, and you will get the times, the exact times. We can't tell you what time we're going to do it. We're just going to tell you it's 5 times a day. And in between the 5 times a day, we can play the sound so people can hear it like,
Right.
oh, this sound didn't get guessed right.
Yep.
What do you think it is? Be listening for the next time we tell you to be caller 104.
No hints.
And then
We're
we
not
say
doing
the
it.
jackpot is up to this amount of money right now. You know?
It's so easy. Just go to the website. You'll see it right there on the right-hand side. Sign up for our newsletter right there. You can
Makes
sign.
sense to be an insider.
Yep. Secret Sound begins next Thursday, January the 18th. And the window to play is every weekday, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. It's your chance to win hundreds, possibly thousands of dollars.
Good luck.
So exciting. All right, last night was very exciting at NRG Stadium. Of course, everyone's got the Texan fever excitement because the game is at 3:30 on Saturday. But last night was a different excitement as media was invited into NRG Stadium with a posh party of food and drink to have the big rodeo lineup reveal happen. Now, sometimes they would always tease us with 1 or 2 acts, and they say, okay, the big lineup's going to happen.
No,
on
it's
this
all
day.
dropped.
So it's all out now. Blake Shelton is kicking off Rodeo Houston on February the 27th. That is Tuesday after the cook-off weekend. He starts off the rodeo. Eric Church ends the rodeo on March 17th. September 17th. I'm thinking of 7. No. Yeah, on St. Patrick's Day. So we've got Carly Pierce coming, For King and Country's coming, 50 Cent's going to perform, Jelly Roll's coming, Hank Williams Jr., Major Lazer, the Jonas Brothers
That's the
on
one.
a Friday night.
Yeah.
You go to KRB's Facebook page and just watch the announcements, and you'll see Kevin jump out of his seat. 'Cause
Oh, he just went nuts for that.
he's friends with him.
Yeah.
Zach Brown
Why
Band
didn't you
is
tell
coming
us?
back.
You should have told us. You knew this.
They had texted me
That's what I thought Joe did.
heads up, bro. But I'm not allowed to say anything, or then they wouldn't be my friend anymore. I have
be my friend
I have
anymore.
to keep their secrets.
Smart man.
Joe Jonas calls Kevin for relationship advice.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you got to tell them to move on.
He's probably the one who told him.
Oh my!
He's not a fan of Game of Thrones over here.
No.
They know each other since the Cake by the Ocean days. DNCE.
Yep.
The cake fight. In the
I also
Rosemary
like
Mall.
the Bun Beat All American Takeover. That's always like a big night.
That's March 12th. It's a Tuesday night, March 12th. Let's see what else. We've got
Nickelback.
Nickelback on the 13th. Zach Brown's going to be on the 14th. Again, Jonas Brothers on Friday the 15th. Brad Paisley on that Saturday. And then Eric Church closes it all down on St. Patrick's Day the 17th. RodeoHouston.com is where you want to go.
Are they going to do the, remember last year, George Strait? It was like the non-rodeo concert
No,
at
that's
the
not
end.
happening.
No, I know not George Strait, but I'm wondering if they're going to do like a surprise
No.
at the end. That's
all
it.
the dates are already
never know.
filled. We
It's
already
a
have
solid lineup, y'all.
Yeah, so here's how it's going to work. Tickets go on sale next Thursday morning, January the 18th, for the first 10 performers. The final 10 shows go on sale the following afternoon. But of course, all weekend, you can listen to KRBE. We already got those tickets, baby.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot.
Rodeo Houston. And there's only 4 repeat performers from last year. Everybody else is new.
10 new artists
I know, 'cause,
that have never played.
No, Chris Stapleton. I'm used to him being on there the last 6 years.
But Luke Bryan's back. That's good. Luke
Zach Brown
Bryan,
band. I've
Brad
always wanted to
Paisley.
see him. I've never seen him.
Luke Bryan?
Zach Brown.
Oh, I'm sorry, Zach Brown band.
Yeah.
They're good.
I feel like that's going to be a good
That's the one I. Especially maybe they'll do a tribute for Jimmy Buffett.
And and here's another thing I'll make a note every rodeo season because I learned this the hard way. If you go on the last day, Eric Church, it's like double rodeo before the performance because it's all the finalists of the Houston rodeo for their championship winnings, and then they do a rodeo with 4 other rodeos, like the champions from those rodeos, like the Houston rodeo, the Reno rodeo, the whatever it was. And so it was like a double rodeo before. I went.
San
That was the one
Antonio or
year.
something?
I can't remember which
Don't they do
cities,
theirs-
and I don't know if it changes every year.
There's like a month before us.
So Brad Paisley was my night that I was so excited to go see him, and I was like, yes, Brad Paisley. But it was double rodeos, and I was like, oh, I didn't allot this for my timeline with my children because kids have an expiration date of sitting in the chair, and I'm like, well, maybe my husband can take him home and I'll Uber home. I really want to see Brad Paisley.
Somebody said you should do comedy night, but I don't think comedy would play
I've
as
never-
well.
yeah,
I know
I
they've
can't
done it
imagine
once in a
it.
while. They've done it, but I feel with the echo, you know how when you talk and it's a second.
And what kind of comedian is it going to be?
Yeah, you can never make anyone happy nowadays.
You might be a redneck.
Jeff Foxworthy, he'd probably do well.
Does he still tour?
Yeah, that guy, he's so
Listen,
rich.
all I know
Not going
is
to
that
stop making money.
some artists really don't enjoy the distance between the front row to them. You have all that dirt. Now they've got the chute seats. They get them in those little tailgate chairs and they run down to the dirt. But it is off-putting for some artists when they come here like, wait, what? I can't feel the energy of the audience. However, I got to say, in the years that Enrique has come, people have ditched the stands through those metal bars and went running for their lives like a calf scramble.
And you were one of them.
No, I was not one of them that year.
Sure.
But you know how you get tackled by security if you try and get past a barrier at a concert?
Yes.
Enrique is famous for being like, stop, just leave them. It's fine. It's fine. And this lady made it all the way to the stage. And the crowd was so exhilarated that she made it like she was running for her life from the cops and she made it. Then he pulled her up on stage and he had her sit there. But then here's the awkwardness. It was great for the first couple minutes. And then she's just sitting there.
Do I leave? What do I do?
Yeah. I just wanted to say hi. I didn't need to be up here for the whole concert.
Yeah.
How much cow poop was on her?
Because she fell in the dirt and tumbled and then kept going.
Oh, Lord.
And I was like, man, that girl, she has got a goal in mind.
It's like a turd minefield.
It's really amazing. So, anyway, Rodeo Houston's always a great time. If you're new to Houston, let's say you just moved here and this is your first rodeo season, well, buckle up, cowgirl and cowboy, because you're in for some great people watching. That's all I gotta say.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Roula and Ryan Show on KRBE with what's going down in H-Town.
All right, it's brought to you by Duncan. The city of Houston, the leaders are warning drivers not to fall for fake parking meter websites. The city said some fake websites are showing up in Google search results for Park Houston app. They say fake sites will try and get your credit card information. Officials with Park Houston said you should only download the app directly from the Apple App Store or Google Play. So if you do a search, Google search results, you could get some bogus websites in there and you could have your identity stolen. So only use the App Store. Chevron Houston Marathon is this weekend. Thousands of runners are expected to hit the streets. The 5K is going to be on Saturday. Now, the marathon and half marathon will be Sunday. People should expect delays prior to road closures for setup and delays after the race while they're breaking it down on Sunday. There are so many closures. I would recommend going to all the different sites like click2houston.com, abc13.com, khou.com. They've all got the closures all over the place. And finally, HISD says it expects the start of the first day of school for the next school year is going to be between August 7th and August 14th. They've not published a specific start date yet.
That's early.
That's really early, August 7th. HISD Board of Managers is expected to consider approving the proposed academic calendar for the next school year on its meeting February 8th. So February 8th, then they'll decide.
Does some private schools start August 4?
No, usually the 9th or 10th or
So
something.
right around
And then
there
the
then.
school doesn't start till, the 24th or something?
Oh, I don't know.
Usually we go to that radio convention around then.
Yeah.
Because we're not going to San Diego this year.
August 7th, man. It's going to be 104 degrees.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, by the way, I wanted to just acknowledge, I just talked about the girl that ran for her life to get to Enrique at the rodeo through the dirt.
Yeah.
And this texter goes, that was my cousin! That was my cousin that ran to see Enrique!
That's funny.
Did she have her phone with her? Or did she drop it in the dirt so she had to sit there with no proof? Real pics. Can you imagine that point of view on the spinning stage? And that's your view versus everybody looking at the spinning stage? It's awesome.
By the way, you didn't mention the Texans.
Oh, yeah. Of course. Playoffs,
right.
man. My God.
That should be the lead-up. I mean,
yes. Texans.
HISD's
playoffs.
school calendar apparently was more important than our Texans.
Something that you can talk about 5 months from now, and you're Didn't talk about the Texans.
The game is Saturday at 3:30.
Clear bag policy, ladies
Come on.
and gentlemen. If you have a bag, it's got to be clear. Find all the details at their website for the Houston Texans because they're very specific and they do not play.
Well, I figured we were going to be talking about them quite a bit in the next 5 minutes
Yes,
or so.
but in
No.
no,
Not till
Chester
8:20.
Ben's not here till 8:20.
Oh, okay.
Because we're doing roundtable next, and here's
Oh. Sorry, Chester. I think Chester just turned around and said, I'm not going on that show. Bunch of losers.
Can I just bring to your attention that coming up next, we're going to talk about the unspoken office rules that you should never break. And the first one,
You should read that one because that's just a good one. This one.
I almost cackled out loud from the anger and sarcasm of how this rule is written because it's so damn true. And every one of y'all will say amen preach when you hear this rule you should not break in the office. Next on the Roula and Ryan Show.